everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Heck Creative. Today we're going over Marauders Barbecue, Outback, and Falcon from the G.I. Joe Classified series from Hasbro. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. I'm really digging the new look for barbecue. I really love this blue. It's really nicely done, especially on the tanks. The brown is nice and sort of muddied. The green is awesome. This is wonderful. It's like he's scuba diving in a swamp or something. Wonderfully done for this. The accessories are all the same. Articulation is all the same from the previous figure. He looks really nice though in these colors. Let's move on. If you want to see a more in-depth take on this figure, click up here. There's an old video with a previous figure that will go into all the articulation, accessories, and everything else about barbecue. Outback has more differences with his Tiger Force version than Marauders Barbecue has with his regular version. This is a nice figure, but I definitely like Tiger Force even more. There is some pretty okay wash as far as his beard goes, and his hair looks nice. We have a green bandana over here. The blue eyes are quite striking. Very nicely done for that. His gear is a lighter shade of tan as opposed to a darker brown. It's pretty okay. What happened over here though? It looks like more of a rash or several cuts than it does hair. They didn't really do that great a job as far as the hair goes and the coloring. I would have made it a little bit more red, but this is excusable back here. The elbow is an entirely different color than the flesh tone. It may be hard to see on camera, or at least through the lens. This whole arm needs to be redone. This, and even this up here. This poor paint job over here where it even cuts out a little bit. Yeah, and it even kind of bleeds down there. That's a shame, Hasbro. Bummer on that. And this is awful too. Look at this. It's a really bad job for this paint. The pants are nice. They look good. I like these colors actually better than the previous. I might use them for a Kitbash or something. And yeah, it's nice. The boots are cool too. He comes with the same accessories as the previous. Same articulation as the previous. I do like the survival moniker. I'll sure use this for some kind of Kitbash down the line. But yeah, he's a nice figure, just needs a little more oomph and TLC. Here's Outback next to the Tiger Force Outback. Again, it's the same exact figure with different paint. I do prefer the Tiger Force Outback, but for now, let's check out a head swap. As far as kitbashing goes, this is the most confusing kitbash I've ever seen. Sure, the bodies are basically the same, but the necks aren't, and that's really weird. We get a larger ball peg for the Tiger Force and a smaller ball peg for the regular version, and this is just the most confusing thing. You had a slam dunk where you could easily reuse this head, but I don't get why it's like this. Again, this head I think is better than this one. Let's just move on. It doesn't look that great anyways. Marauders Barbecue stands at about 6¼ inches tall, while Outback stands at about 6 inches tall. They look nice together. It's good to have different versions of characters, but give us something different, Hasbro, something we can chew on a bit, not these rehashes and repaints. And also here's Jesse Heck Creative. Let me ask you a question. Were you on Survivor? What, not funny? Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. And so we come to Falcon, the most contested, ugliest G.I. Joe classified figure that has ever existed. This character is pretty okay. He is Duke's brother, I believe, and mostly featured in the movie that I would love some more figures from, but his face is just really strange. On camera, it looks way worse than it does in real life. I think the harsh white light of my studio is making it look really awful, especially on camera, but in real life, he looks fine, I guess. Maybe a little bit weird. His eyes are very outwardly set. His lips are very wide and painted. He looks almost like a Muppet in a way, or some kind of puppet thing. Team America World Police comes to mind, and it's just kind of a strange head. The hair is really nicely sculpted, but the face needs a little bit of help. He looks like he's from the 1940s or something. Let's move on. The body looks pretty good as far as this goes. I like the camo on it. This could be used for a G.I. Joe grunt, like my grass head figure that I kitbashed a long while ago. We do have this strap on here. It's pretty nicely done, and a unremovable knife for some reason. That's kind of a shame, and this is stupid, by the way. Every piece should be removable. That'd be great. Yeah, it's okay for me, that thing. I think these are reuse of other characters and figures. We have the watch again with a little piece on it that indicates what time it is. Some paint. That's very nicely done. The elbows are the same color and pretty good. There is some paint on them though. This is nicely done for the body. I like it, especially the little bandana here. Good touch. I believe we've seen these legs before. They're fine. They look really nice and textured, pinless also, by the way. The boots are new, I think. Never seen these before. They're very good and nicely done. I love them a lot. Yeah, good body for this character. As far as accessories goes, he comes with this hat that's pretty cool. I like it a lot. It's a nice color green, matches his scarf a little bit with a little emblem on the top. That's really well done. It's a pretty good hat. It's awesome. You can also take his head off and take the ascot from his neck. It looks nice off or on. I don't mind it. It's a weird piece. It doesn't really fit over the collar, sadly. That'd be nice if it did. It's a good piece on its own, but I just don't find much use for it on the figure. It can't even fit over his head like a bandana. He also comes with a knife that is pretty neat. I like how this looks. A little jagged edge cut out of it down here and here. It's awesome. We have some nice silver with it, as well as the handle being black. It's a good knife. It doesn't really fit too well in his hands. If you have him holding like this, it's pretty fine, I guess. He comes with a backpack that has some rope and a canteen in it, as well as its antenna with a folded over top. That's nicely done. I like how this works. The texture on it is really cool and awesome. We also have a little pouch over here, the peg over there, some more straps in here, a little holder slot you can actually put the knife into. That's nicely done and a good touch, and it fits very well and blends in really well. You can also put it on his back very securely, very nicely. The antenna sticks up a lot, so be careful with that. It is a little bit bendy, but just be careful with this figure when having it around with this on top. It could be very dangerous and breakable, or at least poke someone else's eye out. He lastly comes with this rifle thing that I first thought was sort of sci-fi inspired, but this piece over here is apparently some kind of armory holder, kind of bullet holder or something. The bullets are green. I'm not sure what this exactly really is. Taking it out of his hands, it fits pretty well in his hands, by the way. You have stock over here. You have this thing can move back and forth, and this piece can move up and down. I'm not sure how this really works. Maybe this is the intended way of it functioning, but it's a strange piece, all things considered. I just wish this was this part and that'd be it, but this kind of leaves me baffled. As far as articulation goes for Falcon, the head can go all the way around on the ball, up, down, left, right, nice pivot everywhere, swivel, anything you want to do, up this far and down. You do get a butterfly joint going up and down. That's very nice. In and out. You do get a swivel over here, double jointed pinless tech elbow, very nicely done. Swivel and then hinge up and down on this hand, and then hinge up and down on this hand. We can go back this far on this crunch and forward this far on this crunch with a nice swivel over here and all the way around. We do get a down at the hips over here and a split. Now watch out, because I'm already experiencing some issues with this, so be careful and pull it down, out, up this far with the leg, and down and back pretty far. Double jointed knee going this far. I have experienced a lot of flanging on my knees, like right here. That's a shame and a bummer. We have to get a replacement for this figure. Do get a swivel up here. It's hard to kind of break, but once you get it, you're fine. A swivel down here. That kind of worries me when moving this knee piece down here. You also get a down and then a up this far, not really that great, and a swivel for the ankle rocker, and then two peg holes at the bottom of the feet. It is an alright figure. I do appreciate it. The face could be a little bit better, but all things considered, I think the body needs a bit of work. Just some retooling, maybe. Some parts need to be better. The accessories are nice, but I think the QC needs to be fixed most of all. As far as kit bashing goes, I find that this Peter Parker head looks really nice on Falcon. I've been seeing it online from a lot of other people, and it looks pretty good on him. The only issue is it doesn't fully fit on the ball peg. It just rests there. Putting it here is pretty fine. Anyways, it looks good on him, and at least way better than the previous head he came with. As far as Breaker goes, I gave him the backpack. It also gives him the knife as a weapon over here, and fits nicely on him, giving him a communication device to communicate with other Joes with. Sure, he can fit all his stuff inside of this helmet in here, all the technology, but having this makes it look much cooler and much like the previous versions of Breaker with that kind of accessory on him. I really do like these kit bashes, and they're pretty cool, so use them if you like. Falcon stands at about 6¼ inches tall next to Duke. They look nice together, but I don't really see the brotherly resemblance until I give him this head. It looks a little bit better, at least for these figures to look more like each other, but it's fine, I guess, as far as this goes. And also here's Jesse Heck Creative. Mission Control, we've got him. I'm coming back to you. The good news? he's covered. Overall, these three Joes are pretty interesting figures in this wave. Marauders Barbecue is nicely done. I love the color scheme on him, yet I don't like how he's a complete rehash of the previous figure. Give us something different, give us an alternate head, don't just give us something we've had before, even if it's in a good as color as this one. Outback is kind of the same thing. It's a shame his head came out not so great, as well as his arms. He looks almost sunburnt at points. I love the shirt. I do wish there was a lot of wash on all of the accessories, and I don't like how they basically gave us a straight rehash of a figure we've had only a few months ago. Falcon's a whole different beast though. That head is kind of strange and weird. Once you get past it though, he's your classic sort of grunt G.I. Joe looking character. I really like the outfit. It's awesome, and especially the Kitbash opportunities with fixing the head, as well as giving that backpack to Breaker. If you like your Joes, I'd recommend getting all three, but if you want to pick and choose, I would stick with Falcon and maybe get Marauders Barbecue for a different flavor. Outback, the Tiger Force has it covered and a way better figure. So which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Heck Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jesseheckcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching and keep being creative. Stay tuned.